Welcome to the Hot Slice, Pizza Today's weekly podcast about everything pizza. I am creative director Josh Cowan. Along with me today, the executive editor of Pizza Today, Denise Greer. Hello, Denise.
Hello, Josh. It is sweater season. I am the happiest girl on the planet right now.
Hoodie season for me, sweater season for you. We just wrapped up Halloween, which is, a huge day in the pizza business. Halloween. So
I actually posted a question on social media, and I asked people how their Halloween went, and we got a lot of responses that they had record days, like record sales days on Halloween, or because a lot of people were doing things the Saturday before. So Saturday was huge. So not only did they have crazy pizza night Friday night, they had crazy Saturday and crazy Sunday. So it was a big weekend for pizzerias, and hopefully maybe this early part of the week they're able to get a little bit of rest, because it's just gonna, we're kicking into some really busy times in pizzerias. Every time is busy times right now in pizzerias, but even more than normal with the holidays.
And it's much different from last year. Last year it was like, carry out and take out only, or delivery only. Mm-hmm. So that they're gonna, it's gonna be switched up a little bit, bringing back everybody into the restaurants. So yeah. Best of luck to everyone this holiday season. Hopefully you can get that staff up and going well, and all the best to you.
Actually our guest today was talking about how big sales have been for them, and they're not sure how this winter is going to go and this holiday season is going to go for them. So we got on the line with Righteous Slice with Bill and Cheryl Crawford. They are co-owners of Righteous Slice there in Rexburg, Idaho. So if you could think about Yellowstone and all those great tourist attractions, they're right there.
I took a look at the map to see where Rexburg was, and what a great location. I mean, you're really close to Wyoming, and Montana's just right there. It's kind of right there in the center. Yeah. And you're close to Yellowstone. I mean,
close to the Tetons. You're close to everything.
Such a beautiful area.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of their area, but maybe not so much in the January and February months. But yeah.
But when you live in cold weather, you got to get used to it, and you have winter sports and all that winter good stuff, and you have fires. So I'm cool with that. So Bill and Cheryl, they bring such an interesting dynamic to the pizzeria industry. They're both highly professional folks. They know what they're doing with Righteous Slice. They've set their business plan, and they've got such a cool brand with Righteous Slice. I love the brand. I love what they have going on. I like what they're doing on social media, and they have just amazing Neapolitan pizza, and they're bringing something new onto this table too.
Right. Yeah. They recently went to Tony G's school and picked up a few new tricks. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting year for them. And so without any further ado, let's get into the podcast with Bill and Cheryl.
With extraordinary pizza cheese comes extraordinary rewards. Only Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese offers the Gold Club Rewards program with monthly cash back on every cheese purchase. Members also receive funds twice a year to use in their exclusive marketing store. It's their way of saying grazie to customers. Schedule a demonstration at bacciocheese.com/hotslice and discover how rewarding Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese can be. Pizza is your legacy. Build it with Baccio.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
Well, welcome to the podcast, you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, so big things are happening with you guys. First, tell the folks a little bit about Righteous Slice.
Well, so we do Neapolitan pizza. We actually, it got kind of, I had some in Europe, and I thought, man, this is so awesome. This is like more than 10 years ago. And I kind of got bit by the bug, like a lot of home enthusiasts do. So I thought, gosh, let's try this as a business. And to do that, we went to Tony Gimignani's school, just a specific Neapolitan classic Italian course. And then a year later, I still wasn't feeling like I had nailed what I wanted to do. So I actually enrolled in Roberto Caporuscio's school in New York. And then this professor thing came up, and we put that whole plan on hold for a few years, but we just couldn't let go of it. So we built out a little place here in Rexburg. It's about 3,000 square feet. It's got an Acunto wood-fired and a gas oven.
Wow.
And we do Neapolitan pizza there.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're in, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
So,
I was going to ask probably the same question as like, how big is
you're in
Rexburg?
Ohio, Idaho. So like, yeah, what kind of population are we looking at there?
Oh gosh, what do you think, hon?
Right around 36,000 right now.
Okay, bigger than I thought, actually.
Bigger,
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty good size.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. You are a business professor, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Well, what is your area of study that you mainly focus on? What do you teach?
So I've done everything from marketing and just general business to I right now focus on business strategy and small business management.
Yeah.
And I actually have a course that I've written a lot of the cases and content around the things that I found that my own business education didn't prepare me for when we opened this pizzeria.
Wow. And what are a couple of those snapshots?
Yeah, we'd like to know those.
I definitely want to know that.
What are those things? One of the first things that came up was, we're not making any money.
Yeah.
And
It happens.
hired a manager who was a business graduate, and I couldn't get that manager to really emphasize, we got to make money. And so how the business makes money and why it's important was something I really wanted to emphasize in my students in my class. And so the biggest outcome of that class is, your job as a business manager is to make money.
Yeah.
And then we kind of drill down into all the ways that you cannot make money. Like, what happens to keep you from making money? Like, you overschedule your employees, or you don't control your food cost, or you don't have a good process behind delivering on your value proposition. You don't treat your customers right. So we kind of go through a bunch of different scenarios where if you don't manage those things, the outcome is not good for you.
Yeah. Now, Cheryl, did you catch the pizza bug as hard as he did when he went to Europe? When you guys went to Europe?
Not as hard as he is, for sure. I'm not quite as passionate about pizza in general. I do like it. I think it's fun to try new things and to experiment with things, but I haven't. His palate is more refined than most.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that, if we change things up, only one person notices, and that would be Bill.
Yeah, customers don't notice, the employees don't notice. When we first started making pizza, I would tell my guys, this one's undercooked. You got to tell them, cook it more. This one's overcooked. And after a few minutes of telling one of my guys this, he looks at me and says, I don't see any difference in it. I thought, okay, we got some work to do here.
Yeah. Now, Cheryl, you just got back. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Josh.
I said, with the town, with 30,000 plus, you probably were the first Neapolitan spot in town, right? Am I correct? And if so, how was the education process with your customers?
It's been kind of a learning curve, because we are like kind of in the middle of nowhere, like part of America, very rural, not a lot of experience Neapolitan pizza or even know what it is.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of either 5-star reviews from people who knew what it was, got it, or 1-star reviews because it was not like what they pizza should be. And it was in between. It was like, at least every now and then we'll still get that one, and they'll say, the crust just doesn't hold my toppings. I pick up the slice and everything slides off. Yes, because that's how Neapolitan pizza is intended to be. It's not supposed to be a big piece of bread with toppings on it. Very light and thin and airy. And educating our customer base has been simultaneously fun and frustrating.
Yeah.
One of the things that really helped, we put ourselves in the 4th of July parade with a big sign that said, 2 stars, the crust is always burnt.
Several signs. That was part of it. We took actual reviews and made them into giant posters. 5 stars. This is where I want to go with my friends. 5 stars. This is so great. And then 2 stars. The crust is always perfect. And that review actually the chaperone for a 2nd grade field trip one day, and she said, "Oh, that's me." It's like, no, I didn't know what I was supposed to know. But she's since become a regular, and she's really nice. She's really funny. But she was like, "Yeah, that's really embarrassing."
Just embracing that. Oh, hey, look, it's going to be different than you've experienced. It was a journey. In fact, the first year was a real struggle, and we weren't sure we were going to make it.
Yeah.
And then when COVID hit, we had to go, carry out online ordering. We converted a lot of the business model. And then when the dining room reopened, we came back stronger than ever. It's just been a really great story for us to see how things have turned around.
Yeah, I know that when we had been coordinating on email for Destination in the magazine, you had said that you had your record, you're coming off of some record days. And so how has that catapulted with especially the holiday seasons coming up, and Halloween's always huge?
Yeah, it's hard for us to tell because we're in this small town.
Yeah.
And we've got kind of a mix between the student population and then our local population.
Mm-hmm.
We get some pretty good tourist traffic because we're near Yellowstone and the Glacier National Parks. So the summer months and that September seems to be pretty good for us. We're not sure how it's going to play out coming into the holiday season. So we're still excited to see what that's going to look like for us.
And Cheryl, you just got back from Tony's International School of Pizza. I'm very curious, which direction did you go? What are you hoping to bring to the table?
In course, so I learned about New York, Detroit, Grandma, Sicilian, all the things. And I realized I didn't take nearly enough notes and things that I thought, oh, I'll remember this so well. Maybe not so much.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a little bit, and Tony's a lot better at pizza than I am.
That's why he teaches the school.
He's been around a few times.
Yeah. So which style of those that you kind of played with at the school, which style did you kind of gravitate towards as far as those American styles?
We definitely are on a track right now to start New York style, start selling that, being more normal American pizza that people will kind of understand. I definitely love the Grandma and Detroit styles.
Yeah.
And a couple of my employees want me to tackle the Chicago deep dish, but I'm not ready for that yet.
But with that, with maybe exploring those styles, I guess that means new ovens, a bigger area. What comes with that?
Oh, well, we found a very old Baker's Pride oven on consignment that we've been playing with, just to kind of test to see if it's worth making a broader investment. So far it's working okay, and it seems like we're ready to invest in more advanced equipment. And at least, because the Baker's Pride's been very good to us, but the plant that manufactured that particular oven closed 12 years ago. Record of our serial number anywhere.
We had one of those in the test kitchen, actually.
Yeah, we had
a Baker's Pride, a very old Baker's Pride in the test kitchen. But you know what? Those decks, they worked so well on cooking pizzas. They were so good.
We love it. We just think we might need something with a little more precision control and every time, so we can meet the goal.
Well, I know you guys come out to the Pizza Expo, so you'll be able to kind of shop around. Speaking of Pizza Expo, Righteous Slice was right in there. People were talking about you guys at the competition areas, What do you think you brought to the game there?
I entered with a traditional division because I just thought, let's see if I can, and it's hard to think through, like, how do you make a pizza that can stand out when there's almost no degree of freedom to kind of explore creativity. And so I was playing with our recipe in that Baker's Pride right up until basically the day we left to try to figure it out. And I was pretty happy with the result. So of course I want to do better next time, but It was a pizza that we can't even really promote because we don't sell them yet. We're still working on our process and integration for those New York slices and the New York pizzas. So we're probably a week or two away from really starting to promote that. And then we'll say it's already gotten second place in the Northwest region here at the International Challenge. So it's kind of fun to go down there and just do our best and learn. It's mostly about learning and building relationships down there. We just love it.
Yeah, you already got bragging rights before you even open the style. How's that for marketing?
Speaking of your marketing, I must praise you guys on your social media. It is top notch. Like the diversity in the posts. You know, you got some meme posts, you got some just pizza posts, and then you got some you profile your employees in all the posts. I really love that. So, are you guys running your own social media, or do you have a firm doing it, or how's that work?
And Cheryl, she does all of it.
It's mostly me. I do have an employee that's a genius that does those memes every week. And it surprises me every week. He comes up with something really awesome.
Oh, see, that's cool.
Great.
Help and ideas from employees, but mostly it's been trial and error and trying to figure it out. But thank you. I can't really break. I've kind of plateaued at my followers, and so maybe one day I'll build a following. Until then, I'll just keep entertaining myself.
Well, right, and like I said, you're a town of 40,000. You kind of plateau, but for that small of a city, you guys have a great following and great engagement. I was like, the engagement was off the charts, with all the likes and comments and whatnot. So I just wanted to say kudos for that. And if you're listening to this, go check out their Instagram, because I just love the theme of it, the whole thing.
Yeah, I do love that. Now, are you doing any other marketing avenues right now? Or are you concentrating on social?
So far, it's been mostly social media. Every now and then we'll do a promoted post. We just don't feel like we are ready for radio or print ads. We'll do, local sponsorships of maybe the high school. We'll do some sponsorships there. We've got an ad coming up in the high school play. That'll hundreds. Hundreds of eyeballs will see our ad. But we are in a small town. Most people have heard of us. Whether they've heard good things or not is debatable. The one thing that's really important to us is that no matter who comes in, we want them to be treated well. We don't care if they spend $0 or hundreds of dollars. We want them to feel valued and like we really appreciate them coming in. And that's been a hyper focus of us from the beginning.
That's how we think about marketing, actually, is what's the customer experience got to be like to be perfect? And we hope that by giving as close to perfect as we can, we're getting that word of mouth. We get repeat business and word of mouth. And then we actually have a service that we use. I don't know if it's okay to just say it. It's Ovation. And those guys actually help us intercept bad reviews because we ask, how was your experience? And then if it was not good, we get to engage with those customers on a one-on-one basis. If it was a great experience, then we ask them, would you like to leave a review? And so our reviews are pretty strong. And we feel like that helps with our search engine, and people traveling through find, hey, there aren't very many 4.7 star rated places with more than 1,000 reviews in our town. And so we rise to the top of people's choice when they're coming through, and that helps a lot. So our marketing's really been focused on customer experience first, and then can we generate some good reviews and get some buzz that way. And we used to have, we still do, we have a loyalty program, but we found that every time we send a text out, it kind of devalues our brand. It doesn't fit us. Discounts aren't our thing, and so we've cut back on discounts, which actually helped our profitability because we didn't have to raise our prices when inflation started kicking in. We stopped discounting, and that was our first step. So it's been pretty simple so far.
That's great.
I think you could probably expect quite a bump in revenue once you start serving the New York style as well. For those people that are holding out that, hey, Neapolitan is not my thing, they're going to come there for that. So I think you're going to see a sizable bump.
Yeah, I think so too.
Also travels better. So we have not advertised any kind of delivery or carry out options. So we're going to work with our partners on that to see, you know, if we can grow the business enough, we may start our own delivery. We haven't really gotten that far, but I think that there's a lot of opportunity for people to enjoy a really great pizza that just isn't Neapolitan.
Yeah, yeah,
New
true.
York, Detroit, or something else. We're excited.
Well, that's pretty. Now, besides adding a new style, you know, you guys are a young company. You know, what kind of things are on your mind as far as you look to grow and as you look to kind of expand or, you know, intensify your brand?
You know, the first thing that comes to my mind when you ask that, Denise, is people want to, like, we want to open a second store somewhere. And started looking at new locations. That's when I realized if we add a second style and we can figure out how to fit it in there, we can grow our sales without paying a dime more in rent, minimal impact, training all right there. So when people say, well, where is store number 2? I say it's right inside store number 1.
Yeah,
that's great.
You know, once we feel like we've kind of maxed that out, and I'm not sure when that'll be, then of course we are excited to try to expand the brand in that way.
Yeah. Now, how big is your kitchen space?
Oh,
You know? You said your dining room's 300 square feet, right? Or the whole place is 300?
Place is 3,000 square feet.
Oh, 3,000 square feet. Sorry. 3,000.
So we've got stairs to contend with. Most of our dining is upstairs. The kitchen is downstairs, and we're a fast casual where you order at the counter, but then we bring it to your table.
Yeah.
So really, really good at stairs. I tell employees they don't need a membership. Carry things up and down the stairs all day.
I bet the whole kitchen space is 600 to 700 square feet.
Yeah. That's big enough to add all kinds of styles, it sounds like.
Yeah. We got a small walk-in that's already bursting at the seams, and you know the employees are like, "How are we going to fit all this in here?" And then Cheryl and I come in and we just change everything up.
Yeah.
So it throws the folks off who don't like change. This isn't the right place.
Yeah. Now, how has it been for, especially, you know, you live in a smaller city? How has the employee issue been? Have you felt the crunch, or is it, you know, has it been okay for you guys?
I would say mostly okay. We are very slow and very careful about who we hire. And most of our people have been with us. We have a few that have been with us from the start.
Yeah.
They're college students. I think our oldest employee is maybe 24.
Oh, wow.
Our youngest is technically our 12-year-old son. But we have two in high school, mostly in college, and we hire very slowly. We hire for personality, for character, and then we train them to make pizza and train them on the things that are important to us. Yeah. And so they're very loyal, and we pay competitively, but definitely not the best in town. But we feel like the work environment's really good. The benefits are, the emotional and personal benefits are pretty good. We're always closed on Sunday, which is a big deal. And we're a small religious town. Yeah. So closed on Sunday is not working on Sunday is important to most of our employees, which is I guess an odd benefit to most of the world, but in our town, like it's kind of a big deal.
It's essential, it sounds like.
And we're very careful about who we hire. Every now and then we'll make a decision where we hire someone who we think will fit in and do great. And we can tell within about 2 weeks if they feel like they've made a big mistake. And generally they don't stick around too long. But most of the people we hire have been just super great.
Yeah.
Really passionate about producing great pizza, providing a great experience. And so it hasn't been too bad for us. And we've been able to, even through the pandemic, give everyone the hours they wanted. With, you know, some of them unfortunately have gotten sick, but we've been able to kind of make it so that everyone could get paid what they need to get paid. And it's worked okay so far. Now that I've said that, I've probably cursed us.
There are no jinx.
all in the number of applicants. And, I was worried, man, are we paying these guys enough? Are we going to lose them to, Burger King or Wendy's? But we didn't lose anyone, and our flow of applicants has picked back up now.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to be fine, but it is definitely a big concern.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you did lose them to Burger King, they'd be back in a day or two to try to get their job back from you.
Yeah, exactly. I imagine the traits you're looking for aren't probably the same as what Burger King is looking for, I would imagine.
We called someone and said, we'd like to interview you. And she said, well, I just got hired at Taco Bell. So unless you can pay me more than that, I'm not interested. And we wrote back, we think Taco Bell is going to be a great fit for you. And we're just so happy.
Oh, wow. That's great. Now, are you guys going to compete next year in the competition?
My email every couple of days, because I'm afraid it's going to fill up, and I don't want to get left out. So I hope I get that email, and for sure we're going to compete. In fact, we're having, we like to have a little competition in-house using the same criteria so that we can see, we'll actually sponsor one of our employees to come down and also compete.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so good.
New or fun, and they're giving me their ideas. And so, it's a way for us to stimulate creativity here and also give a little incentive to the employees, something exciting for them to do. But yeah, we're definitely planning on coming.
Now, do they get competitive with each other as like their little, inside kind of competition, happening amongst them?
Yeah, the chicken enchilada versus the apple pie pizza.
There was a little bit of trash talking.
Those both sound great to me.
Yeah, I'd eat them both. They both sound amazing.
Yeah, we're both good, but we just tell them, look, it's the one that sells the most, guys.
Yeah.
You're not very much. Who's going to sell the most, and then we'll send it. So, yeah, we're a little behind that because I'm guessing the registration is going to drop soon. I don't know when, but last year it was.
Oh, Josh, do you know?
It's usually November, so be on the lookout. Everything's gotten so twisted around with the postponing and whatnot, but we're still on great course for March, so I'm thinking November. So yeah.
Either way, we won't miss it. We'll just do our best to make sure we get registered and get one of those competition slots.
Yeah. So the one thing I'm curious about, because I know you guys have pretty harsh winters there.
Oh yeah.
And you guys have not had, you guys haven't had a winter yet in business, correct?
Oh yeah, we've been open 2 years.
Oh yeah, okay. So how is the winter business? How are you able to stay kind of in flow and operate maybe at a full capacity with those harsh winters you have?
Well, they say around here that there are 2 seasons: winter and August.
Yeah.
And it's pretty true. And sometimes August comes early. We get August in like June, and it hangs around until September, October. So, and the weather's pretty okay. And then there's a time when if the storm hits, sales will just drop because people will go out. Delivery will go up a little bit, but not nearly as much as to compensate for having no people walk in the door. But then after a while, people just get used to it and just get out. You can only hibernate so long before you buy some good boots and a good coat and just get on with your life.
Yeah.
For the most part, it doesn't really affect us much. Occasionally a power outage will come through, not very often. Very blessed, very good utility companies that are just excellent at what they do. But every now and then we'll lose power, but because we have a wood-fired oven, we just crank that thing up, get out flashlights, and just keep serving.
Yeah.
That's the thing, if in Dallas, Texas, if they get like an inch of snow or a snowstorm, that it shuts down. But I mean, you guys are prepared for something like that. I mean, that's you better be ready for that every winter.
Yeah. Our locals there's a very strong outdoor winter sports kind of culture here.
Yeah.
Most of the people don't let it get them down. We moved here from Tucson, Arizona, so we still like our warmth, and we stay in.
That's 2 extremes. You went from really to hot to cold. I like it. Well, I tell you what, we thank you so much for hopping on the podcast with us. What else did we miss anything talking to you? We want to just hop on for a little bit and talk about the business.
Oh gosh, one of the things, it'd be fun to kind of just, Cheryl and I have noticed that it's very common for people, guests, suppliers, to ask her if she's the owner's wife. And they're like, wow, she's the owner. She's like
the owner. Yeah.
She's here, the equal owner with me.
Yeah.
And I feel like one of the things that we've done, we put a little sign up at the front that says female owned. And going to Tony's school was a move to kind of help establish, this is a partnership. We're equal partners. And so we're just grateful to be in this together and having a great time with it.
I appreciate you saying that. That's amazing, because we do see that a lot, and we get that when even sometimes when we walk into a pizzeria, that'll happen. And so
but less and less. But it's happening less and less.
Yes, exactly. It's I feel like it's leveling out a little bit, and women are becoming recognized in the industry. I don't know, Cheryl, did you get a chance to go to our Women in Pizza panel at Pizza Expo this year?
I didn't get a chance to go this year. We were stretched a lot of ways this last
Yeah.
time. I've been a couple of times, I think, but no, I wasn't able to go this time.
Yeah, because that's one of the things we were talking about.
Yeah, it'll be on Pizza Expo 365, free download there. You can, or free watch right there. So
yeah,
it'll be up there.
But that was one thing we were talking about is that like a woman would be in front of a distributor or even customers or anyone, and they'll ask for the owner, and she's like, I am the owner, And I imagine it's even more difficult with a husband and wife team, because, you guys do probably have varying roles in the business. And so being able to have that recognition right up front, hey, I am the owner, not just a wife of the owner.
Yeah, and one of the things I do to manage that is if people ask me if I'm the owner, I've started saying I'm one of the owners.
Yeah.
I don't actually just say I'm the owner. I try to also help shape the way people perceive both of us. And I think Cheryl's just doing great.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you brought that subject up, because it's something that a lot of people are feeling, and it's something a lot of women in the industry, and it's just a growing number of women coming into the industry. So they're definitely going to be interested in that subject as well. So, but we thank you so much for popping onto the podcast and talking to us about Righteous Slice. And we can't wait to see what happens next for you guys and see how you do this year in the competition, because we know you'll make that deadline and be able to get in.
Yeah, we're humbled and thrilled and just so glad you guys invited us to be on.
Best of luck to you, and I guess we'll see you in Las Vegas. So if you see us in Las Vegas, be sure to come up to say hi, please.
Absolutely.
Sure. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, have a good afternoon. See ya.
See ya.